Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Weinstein,
Weinstein,
for appearing today before the committee. How often do you meet with Secretary Mayorkas, sir?
I meet with him pretty much every morning when we do the President's Daily Brief together.
And your job is to give him intelligence, is that correct, regarding Homeland Security?
To give him intelligence, but also to give all our partners intelligence and receive intelligence from them and make sure that it's integrated into our operations, yes.
Recently, Director Wray of the FBI has been warning that the lights are blinking red as far as terrorism threats to the U.S. homeland. Would you agree with his assessment, Mr. Weinstein?
Sir, I'd agree that we're in a very serious time that we have to be very careful. And Director Wray lived through the 9/11 era with me together, and so he knows about threats.
Mr. Weinstein, do you believe that this blinking red terror threat that we now have in this country is self-made, self-inflicted wound, or do you believe that our actions and our policies have had really nothing to do with that?
Well, I don't know that I'd sort of buy into either of those two propositions. I would say that just like with 9/11, one of the interesting things about 9/11 is there are a lot of studies afterwards to sort of ascribe blame, which are really healthy. And you see that it's always a combination of the bad actions of our adversaries, but also our ability and willingness to try to head those off. And
yeah, let's talk about that, sir. Let's talk about our ability and our willingness to head those off. Because that's been the problem that many of us have tried to be the canary in the coal mine about, and the American people see on a daily basis. The American people aren't stupid, right? They're busy, but they're not stupid. They see what's going on at our southern border, and as somebody who's spent a lot of time dealing with security threats, you've got to be pretty concerned with what's going on at the southern border. And I think you know that that's a pretty big conduit that's leading into this blinking red light that now Director Wray is warning about. Would you agree with that, sir?
Yeah, as we were saying earlier today, the border is an area that we're focusing on because we're so concerned with the threat down there. Threat from a variety of different areas, not just terrorism, fentanyl as well,
absolutely,
cartels as well.
Absolutely,
very serious.
And we've been talking about that too. Mm-hmm. And some of us are wondering: is Secretary Mayorkas, is President Joe Biden, are they not getting the intel, or are they just not willing to secure the border? Maybe you can help us answer that question, sir.
I don't meet with President Biden, but I meet with Secretary Mayorkas every day, and I can tell you that he spends a lot of time making sure that I am doing everything I can and that we're doing everything we can to go after that threat.
Oh, so he's tasked you with making sure that you're doing everything you can.
On the intel side, yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Well, then you're not getting it done, are you?
I think we're doing
really
contributing pretty well. Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep.
You think you're getting it done? When you look at the numbers from individuals on the terror watch list for the last administration and this administration, what are they, sir? If you know those off the top of your head.
We are part of a team, and we have a certain lane, and we're driving down that lane pretty aggressively right now. We still have a ways to go, as I discussed with the chair and the ranking member, in terms of organizationally really maximizing our capabilities. Yeah. We're putting them in place. Our people are stepping up, and we're focused intently on the threat.
Well, sir, I say what I say, knowing that you're ultimately not in charge of the security of the homeland. That, unfortunately, that responsibility is above your pay grade and over your head, and you and I both know that. Your job is to provide intel. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But you don't get to cancel executive orders that were keeping the American people safe, do you, sir?
I don't have anything to do with executive orders.
No, you don't, do you? And if you wanted to push and pass H.R. 2, it probably wouldn't matter, would it?
Yeah, but let me say one thing. I am responsible for national security. Every one of my team here and myself,
yeah,
we wake up in the morning and we say we have a responsibility. And it's our job.
And I appreciate that. As somebody who served this country myself, I appreciate you taking ownership and accountability, for wanting to secure our national security. But we both know that's not getting done, which is why Director Wray himself is now saying, hey, the lights are blinking red. We have more threats than even before we did at 9/11. And it's not a coincidence, sir. It's not a coincidence at all. We've been foolish, we've been arrogant, and we've put policies in place that not only have cost the lives of Americans, but are putting countless more at risk today. And I can't even begin to tell you how disappointed and upset I am as somebody who's been sent here to try and conduct oversight and fix this problem. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.